Broadcasting live from the 94Z Slam Dot Studios.
REM asking the musical question, what's the frequency, Kenneth? As we kick off the third hour of this finally Friday morning show. It's Knoxville's New Alternative 94Z. It is Mike and Terry hanging out with you, and we have in studio with us Steve and Steve from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. Guys, welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in, and we appreciate it. I'm so excited you guys are here because that means we have some stuff. Now, was it 2 weeks ago we got to spend to spend an evening with you guys at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital, which is just on the other side of Chattanooga. And I guess we should probably go ahead and set up kind of what happened too, because stuff started getting strange before we even got there. It was a Saturday night we were coming down, or it was a Saturday afternoon we were coming down to stay with you, and it was going to be me. And just me. Terry had some stuff to do, so I was just going to head down myself. Friday night, I was at the Sevier County Football Jamboree. And, it was a fun jamboree. Johnny Knoxville was there, and we were all sitting there watching football. And I ran into an old buddy of mine, Elsie, who he and I used to coach some football together. I had no idea that he even was into paranormal stuff. No clue whatsoever. And I just, out of the blue, something said, I'd tell him what I'm doing. So we're sitting there talking, and we're not even talking about anything that would bring up paranormal or ghosts or anything like that. Just out of the blue, I said, hey, guess what I'm doing tomorrow night? He goes, well, like I said, I get to go down, and we're doing this. And he goes, oh, man, that's awesome. Wish I could go with you. I said, well, here, let me text them and see if they had said they're down there. Let me see if they'll. So I text you guys. You said, yeah, sure, bring them along. So he comes down. So the next day, he and I are driving down there, and then just out of the blue, it was weird. Again, nothing spurred this. About 30 minutes out, he goes, so do you got information about the history of this place? I said, yeah, sure. And I brought up that link that you would put on Facebook, and he's reading about the history of the place. Comes across the fact that it was originally Cherokee land. And then just out of the blue, he says, well, do you know who my great-great-grandfather was? Have I ever told you? I said, no. He said, John Ross. He was Chief John Ross. He was chief of the Cherokee tribe for 40 years. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, that's interesting. So he starts pulling up information on John Ross. Well, John Ross started this place called Ross's Landing, which eventually became modern-day Chattanooga. Mm-hmm. So apparently all the stories about the Cherokee land down there was centering around his great-great-grandfather and before they put him on the Trail of Tears. So I said, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, when did your great-great-grandfather die? We pulled up, and this was the 13th of August that we went on this, right? His grandfather died exactly 150 years, almost just 12 days off from where we were going down. He died August 1st, 1866, and we were down there 250 years, almost to the day.
Wow. Yeah.
Of his passing.
What a coincidence.
It was weird. I turned to Elsie and said, well, there's a reason you're supposed to be here. He said, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. So that's how our night started off. Walked in there, we started taking pictures. We started, and just even standing outside. We were standing out. We were all parked around back near the emergency bay where the ambulances would come. Mm-hmm. We're standing there talking and getting ready to go in. And right before we walked in, about 2 minutes before we walked in, just completely unplanned, out of nowhere, both the doors just
swing wide
open.
Really? Yeah. Oh,
very like,
yeah, tell me about that.
Come on in. Come on in. That's how our night started off. How many years have you guys, has East Tennessee Ghost Seekers been investigating?
Just about 10 years.
10 years. In 10 years, have you ever captured as much stuff as you guys captured?
Never.
I've been watching some of the stuff online you guys have been putting up and seeing some of the updates. And I mean, just pictures that we took and footage and everything. I'm amazed. And just the fact that we were there in person watching all this happen live. Yeah. I have never been in a building that was that active constantly. And as we were talking before we came on, it was like every type of haunting there is happened to us that night.
Yep.
I mean, there was residual stuff, there was intelligent stuff, there was demonic stuff, there was even doppelgangering.
Yeah.
There was one in there that
mimicked
Steve's voice. We had Elsie's face show up on a wall. I mean, there was all sorts of weird crap happening. And You guys brought just a little snippet of some of the stuff you got, right?
Yeah, just a snippet.
Now, you guys are putting this all together for
I'm going to create a video to post on our YouTube and our Facebook, everything. So, yeah, it'll be out there for everyone to see.
So excited. Well, let's get to it. We got to get to it. Let's get to some of these clips. Now, this is mostly all audio stuff that we captured. And now, what kind? You guys just using just a regular digital audio?
Recorders, yeah.
It's like a little Sony digital recorder.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing special about this. You can go to Best Buy and buy one of these.
Yep.
What's the first one we're going to hear here?
Let's listen to Mike. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on a second. It's going to take me a second to. Yeah, here we go. I got it.
I guess this happened about 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
right around there.
You, Stephen and me and Elsie went and just kind of went off. Earlier in the night, we had gone into this little waiting room. And the weird thing about this hospital, some of the rooms don't make any sense.
Right.
This waiting room, it consisted of a long, like, church pew in, like, this long closet-sized room. What they would use that for, I don't know. I mean, it was very weird.
It was.
To begin with. Just this long, skinny room. And the only thing in the room besides the pew was a stuffed monkey, if I remember right.
Yeah, correct.
We first walked in there, and we started picking up what we thought was a little girl just sitting on the pew. And we were talking with her. So we went back a couple hours later to see if we could find that presence again. We kind of found our way down there and just ended up in this room. And as we were sitting there talking, suddenly I started feeling it was like literally like somebody a full-grown person was leaning with both their hands right against my chest, pushing, and it was getting hard to breathe. So you guys captured this as I decided it was time for me to leave.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now this is good. This is good for family play, right? I don't cuss or anything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, okay, good.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get back to the room. Take me back to the room.
Right there.
Yeah.
Go back and play that again.
All right.
And there's another one that happens
Yeah.
again. But just do that one real quick.
Take me back to the room.
Wait, there's a female voice that
Yeah, it
says, wait.
says something and then wait.
To me, it almost sounds like it says, "Where are you going?
Wait. Yeah.
Do it again.
Take me back to the room.
Where are you going? Wait.
Wait.
One more time.
Wow. Where are you going? Wait.
That's unbelievable.
Now
Yeah.
keep playing this clip because apparently she talks to us
talks again.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You hear Mike running down the hall, basically.
I just had to get out of it.
Yeah, I
he was
understand.
I had to get out of it.
I understand.
Hey.
Right there. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's plain. Hey.
So there you go. I mean, there's a little snippet there and seriously, it wasn't so much I was scared. It just something told me I had to get out of the room
Yeah.
because it felt like if I sat there any longer, I wasn't going to be able to breathe at all because it was getting hard to breathe because it was just pressure on my chest, and that was the fastest I'd walked in probably 7 or 8 years. So we got that. What else have we got?
Do call the doctor.
All right.
This was toward the beginning of the night.
This was Elsie and I had went out in the hall.
Yes.
And Steve, Andrea, Tyler, and Kayla were inside ICU.
Yes.
We had a prank played on us. by
Oh, that's
someone.
right.
Who would do that?
Lovely Steve.
He hits the call bell.
Okay.
And so it rings out inside the nurse's station. We're right down the hall from that. We hear that. Mike's like,
We're standing there. This was our first. Like this was our first time we went out for the night, and we've been there maybe 10 minutes. And we're walking down the hall. It's pitch black, and also we hear. I said, "All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm good. I'm leaving now." I think Elsie passed out. I'm not sure, but it was a little frightening. But then we got into the room altogether.
We got into the room, and Andrea starts playing nurse and saying, pretending a patient was crashing. And this is what we got with that.
They're crashing, Doug. We need you. I'll call the doctor.
Right there.
Well,
Go back. You hear a male voice say, "Call the doctor."
Dying. I'll call the doctor.
No, go back. Before that. Right, yeah.
Right as
you
she's
hear her
like-
say, "I'll call." You say, "He's crashing. Get the doctor," and then you hear somebody say,
They're crashing, Doug. We need you.
"Call the doctor."
Right there.
And then he says, "Wait."
yeah.
I'll call the doctor.
And then again,
Doctor, we need you. Hurry.
right there. Wait.
Patient's
Yeah.
dying. It's
Pretty good William Shatner impersonation.
Really good, William Shatner.
Doctor, we need you. Hurry. Go quick. The patient's dying.
Let's go back and play the whole thing again.
Okay.
So you listen after she first says he's
Patient is
crashing.
crashing.
They're crashing, Doug. We need you. I'll call the doctor. Doctor, we need you. Hurry. Go quick. The patient's
Wow.
dying.
Now here's the thing: people out there listening, they go, "No, somebody was whispering." Nobody was whispering that in the background.
No, you can hear me talking in
Yeah.
the background.
Yeah.
No one was whispering.
And the rest of us were standing there just kind of watching. I know some of us had cameras, some of us had audio recorders, some of us had detectors. But I mean, we didn't hear that standing there. You did not hear somebody go, "Call the doctor. Wait. Wait."
And another little quick one, if you want to play it, is Get Off Me.
Yeah.
This is when they were going into ICU, and
Right
we're
before
still
I
out.
hit the buzzer.
Right before he hit the buzzer.
Okay. We ready?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Get off me.
wow.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Again, you're going to hear these go, "Oh, they didn't." No, nobody was saying that. We were literally just walking. All you hear is the sound of us walking into a room.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hear somebody say that on the way in. We didn't hear somebody go, "Get off me."
Andrea just said, "Tell Mike hi."
Hi, Andrea. Hi. So there you go. We're going to go ahead and go back to some more music. When we get back, we got some more stuff there. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got some more stuff coming up. Have we got the one with Elsie's?
Yeah.
The Chief?
Yep.
This one's amazing. There's one coming up that we'll play when we come back. I told you about my buddy Elsie and his great-great-grandfather. We apparently picked up his great-great-grandfather saying hi to him that night.
Yep.
Somebody. Or at
Yeah.
least somebody saying they were his great-great-grandfather. So that's coming up for you. Back to more music for you. Band of Horses on the way. New Politics coming up for you as well. You want to go and spend some time in the Old South Pittsburg Hospital? We'll tell you about how that can happen as well coming up in just a little bit. You're listening for the song of the day as well for your chance to get some pilgrimage tickets. Today, it's The Struts. Put your money on me. As we keep it rolling here on Knoxville's New Alternative 94Z, hanging out with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. You want to find out more about them and find out what they're doing, find them on Facebook. You can also go to their website. Go to easttnghostseekers.com. If you've got some things you need for them to investigate, something going on in your house, they'll help you out. We got more with them coming up. New Politics with Harlem here on Knoxville's only alternative 94Z, online 943WNFZ.com and the 94Z app. Free for you to download wherever you get your apps. By the way, don't forget, you follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Find the link there on our Facebook and Twitter to go vote with our friends, the Knoxville Mercury, for the 2016 Top Knox Readers Poll. And if you want to pick us as your favorite radio station, we appreciate that, 94Z. If you want to pick us as the best new thing in Knoxville, you can put that 94Z as well. We appreciate that. You want to pick us as, the best medical service? 94Z. Just all of us. Just write down 94Z and everything you possibly can. No, we appreciate any votes you give us or any of the DJs. And that's going on, that voting going on through September 5th. So we appreciate that. I think if they have a classification in Top Knox for best chill or best adventure, then you need to put down East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, because you guys gave me an evening that honestly it'll be hard to match ever again. We got to spend the night at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital just outside of Chattanooga, about 20 miles west of Chattanooga, and here's the weird thing: as we're driving up, I had everything in my mind about, okay, this is what it's going to look like, and this is what I think it's going to look, and it looks nothing like you expected.
Right.
Because we're driving through. You drive through this little tiny town. It's a
Yeah.
cute little town.
Yeah.
You drive into a neighborhood.
Right.
A neighborhood. And suddenly, in amongst, as you're driving through, I'm going, okay, we're going to make some kind of turn, and it's going to go. No. In the middle of the neighborhood, suddenly, boom, there's this, looks like a late 70s, late 80s building. And it's the hospital. It is in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right? There's people living around there. You pull up, and you go inside. I have never in my life been in a place that was just more active from the moment you walk in to the time you leave.
Yeah.
It never stopped.
Neither have we.
And it changed constantly. I mean, there were different times of the night where it felt different, it smelled different, it had a different feel to it, different feels through different parts of the building. It's 3 stories.
Yep.
But we were talking, it's almost as if the place is some sort of a temporal vortex or something, because we actually there were only 7 of us there that night, all 7 of us walking around. We were walking to the chapel where you guys had walked to the night before.
Yeah, straight
which
to it.
was, what, just down the hall and down the stairs from where we were at. It took us half an hour walking around before we finally found the place.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing was, like, we went there the night before, and we walked straight to it.
Yeah.
You know, no missed turns, no nothing. Walked straight to the chapel.
Now, it's a confusing layout in this building, but it's not huge. It's not a huge building by any stretch of the imagination.
It seems so much bigger once you get inside and start walking
It
those
is
halls.
odd, because because it really does, it's not laid out in anything that really makes a lot of sense. There's no, you know, thought. It's like there's no thought that went into the layout of the place.
Right.
It's very odd. But you guys are putting together a bunch of your evidence for a video later on. And we were just telling Terry some of the video stuff we caught. Some of the video stuff we caught was just ridiculous.
It was amazing.
You're catching faces going across the screen, stuff dipping out around the side of corners of walls. We got pictures of stuff growing, floating, people dancing around. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we got some more audio stuff. This stuff's amazing.
Yeah. Do the Chief John Ross.
So we were mentioning my buddy Elsie went down there with us, and he mentioned his great-great-grandfather, who was Chief John Ross. So at one point we thought, well, let's see if we can get a hold of the chief, if he's here or not. Because sometimes people will act as a conduit or some sort
Trigger
of
object.
Trigger, yeah. So we thought, well, let's try this with Elsie since he's here. So what do we get?
What was the Indian chief's name? Chief John Ross.
Is Chief John Ross anywhere around?
It was like tom-toms. Doom, doom, doom. Right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing again.
What was the Indian chief's name? Chief John Ross.
Is Chief John Ross anywhere around?
Yeah.
You can hear that just as plain as day.
Rhythmic
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Oh. So now do we
That
get?
reminds me like of something out of Jumanji, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
You hear
the
this-
tom-toms. Yeah.
You can hear it.
Play that one little segment again. Now, we got.
We've got the other.
The other one too. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Is Chief John Ross anywhere around?
Wow.
There it
and,
is.
and keep in mind, we were all standing dead still in this room. Nobody was up walking around anywhere.
And
So
no
they-
one acknowledged hearing that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you hear this dum,
So-
dum, dum, dum. So,
Yeah.
so we pushed a little further with
Yeah.
Chief John Ross.
Yeah, and the one LZ.
Okay, you got two Elsies. marked
Okay,
here.
one of them.
two.
Okay, play the first one. The second one is actually the EVP, and it's just highlighted and amplified a little bit. Okay, yeah. So this is where we're just talking, and we bring LZ into the room because we're getting K2 activity, and introduce LZ to whoever's in the room.
If Chief John Ross is here, we brought one of your grandkids here. He wants to say hi to you. You know Elsie.
Would you like to say hi to LZ?
Hey, Elsie. Come here. We got something here that keeps flashing when we're working from Chief John Ross. We actually
You got the second one where it's highlighted?
Yeah.
Give me just a second to get it loaded.
That's all right. If you now listen after Steven says, "Do you want to say hi to Elsie?" Because apparently he did.
Yeah, says hello there.
All right. I see it there now. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Hello there.
This place is incredible. It's absolutely amazing. What else? We got another one here, quick.
Here, play the scariest one of all, the scream.
Oh,
How's it listed?
Blood curdling scream.
this was so weird because we were. Go ahead and set up where we were. Right?
Yeah, we were down in the cafeteria. Everybody was off in like the lunch line area. Me and Mike were in this other little room off to itself, and there's like a dumbwaiter there. And so the K2 was pulling us to certain areas. You could, because it would light up, we'd follow the lights to see where it would get strong.
Right.
We get up to the dumbwaiter, and it was like it disappeared, then it came back, and we get this.
All right. Tell us how we can help you.
It's going down coast to coast this way.
Are you back here? No? Are you back in this room? Are you back here in the pantry?
Okay.
Are you hiding back here?
Now here's the weird thing. We're sitting there talking. You can hear us talking. We didn't hear this.
That at all.
This was not anything anybody heard. Now keep in mind, we're all standing here within what 10, 20 feet of one
20
another.
feet, yeah.
And nobody heard this except you hear it plain as day right there after I asked if there's something we can do to help.
Let me do that one more time.
Are you back in this room? Are you back here in the pantry? Are you hiding back
And listen
here?
towards the end of the scream there. Toward the end of the scream, you can tell that it's vocal because it breaks up.
There toward the end of the cut?
No.
No, toward the end of the scream.
Where the scream is, yeah, right there.
Right.
Let's go and play right there.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, here we go.
Are you back here in the pantry?
You can hear the air, run out of air in the scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't play that one more time.
Just that part.
Just that part.
Are you back here in the pantry?
Lord. I've got goosebumps right now because, again, I stand right there. We never heard this. We did not hear this with our ears. You guys picked it up, though, once we got the audio recording. Incredible stuff. We've got some more coming up. We're going to play some more music for you. We got Blue October on the way and Young the Giant. And then coming up as well, we will tell you if you're interested in this, you want to come join us on a night at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital, we'll give you that chance coming up. We'll let you know how that's going to happen as well. So hanging out here with the guys from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, just incredible stuff. And again, this is just one. This didn't even scratch the tip of the iceberg with all the stuff they picked up and amazing stuff. If you want to find out some more, you can go online. Facebook, you can find our Facebook link and find their Facebook link as well. And you can, of course, find out more right there at our website. 943WNFZ.com as we keep it rolling. 8:46 on this finally Friday morning. Young the Giant, something to believe in. Knoxville's only alternative 94Z, hanging out this morning with our buddies from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, Steve and Steven. Man, I tell you what, we've got some more stuff coming up. We'll share with you in the 9 o'clock hour, the fourth and final hour coming up. But we've got people texting in right now saying they're just freaking out. Libby says, oh my goodness, y'all, chills and goosebumps the entire time listening. People texting me saying they're freaking out listening to this stuff. Here's the cool thing. It's weird to listen to it.
Yeah.
I think we need to give some people a chance to come down there and join us.
I think it's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe coming up, sometime maybe just right after Halloween.
Yeah, sounds great.
Take a couple listeners down.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool.
So we'll lay it all out coming up sometime in the month of October. We'll tell you how you could possibly be one of a couple of lucky listeners to come join us for an evening at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
I want to go along.
Now you guys
more than welcome.
All right.
Now you guys got, and we got to bring Elsie too, because apparently he's the conduit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He's the conduit. But you guys, there's something cool going on they're going to be doing in February.
Yeah,
too, next
they're
year, right?
doing a couples weekend, and we're going to be hosting that. So we'll be there the entire weekend, and we're going to actually get some tickets to give away here on the air, so your listeners can come down and stay the weekend with me, Steve, and my wife.
Beautiful.
In this haunted hospital.
Nothing more romantic.
Oh, how romantic.
Than ghosts scaring the bejesus out of you.
Yeah, nothing says I love you like, what was that touched me?
That touched me. Something
what she
just
said.
growled at me. Oh, so that's coming up for you as well. So we'll have we'll plan out a trip sometime around Halloween. We'll take a couple listeners with us, and then you get a chance also to possibly go down around Valentine's Day next year.
That's cool.
So some cool stuff headed your way. Speaking of cool stuff, and Elsie just texted me and said, "Can I go, please?" Of course, you have to go. You have no choice. You have to go. But coming up, we will share with you some more of the audio from the investigation. It just goes on and on. We've got some stuff coming up that, again, just scary. Just make you stop and go, what? Okay. Telling you, it is the most amazing thing. You want to find out more, you can go on Facebook and find the guys from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. You can also go to their website, and very easy to find. If you've got somebody, if you've got something in your house that you're not sure what's happening and you need some help, these are the guys you get in touch with. EastTNGhostSeekers.com, EastTNGhostSeekers.com, or find them on Facebook and message them there, and they'll be happy to come out and hear what your story is, or take what your story is and see if there's something they can do to help you, or find out what's going on with whatever situation you have. It's amazing stuff.
And it's all free of charge. We don't charge
There you
a
go.
single dime.
All free of charge. So there you are. If you've got something going on in your house, in your place of business, and that's how we met, they came and investigated our haunted studios for us. And now we found a place even more haunted than our studios. The Old South Pittsburg
Which I didn't
Hospital.
think could be done, but
Yeah. Coming up, we've got some more from the Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Of course, more music for you on the way as we keep it rolling here on this finally Friday morning.
Broadcasting live from the 94Z Slam Dot Studios.
Radiohead with Burn the Witch. That's suitable. We've got fourth and final hour.
I didn't plan it that way. You know?
Fourth and final hour on your radio right now. Knoxville's only alternative 94Z. The song you're listening for, the song of the day for the pilgrimage qualifying song of the day, it is the Struts, Put Your Money on Me. Sometime this hour you'll hear that song. When you hear that song, 10th caller, 865-243-8255, you'll be qualified for the drawing this afternoon. They'll be drawing this afternoon. Stryker will draw a name, and that person will be getting 2 general admission passes to go to Pilgrimage, the Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival in Franklin next month. Hanging out a little bit longer with our friends Steve and Steven from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, online, EastTNGhostSeekers.com, and on Facebook. I'm telling you what, the evening we got to spend down there at Old South Pittsburg Hospital was just incredible. I mean, we talked about it was creepy and weird, but it would just truly was. It was so much fun.
Yeah. It's a blast.
I mean, you talk about, we talked to this before. I mean, you talk about people like jumping out of airplanes or going on roller coasters or bungee jumping. Those are all cool. They're really cool adrenaline rushes, and they last, a few seconds, a few minutes at the most. This literally was adrenaline rush that lasted for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, because it just was, and it was constant, and it was ever changing and different.
Yeah, I mean, because that location, it was busy from the time you walk in till the time you walk out the doors. I mean, like when we were packing up Sunday morning and taking our stuff out, we got the pallet jack, we got, the pallet with all of our equipment on it, and we're taking trips to load the stuff up. And walking down the hall, me and Steve are like, something's watching us. You feel eyes out of these rooms watching
constantly.
you.
Yeah, and it doesn't shock you to turn a corner and then you see something kind of duck around the corner in front of you. You got used to that there.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, the strange thing was, here we were in our home base room, and it was it was light and it was fun, and we were in there laughing and talking, and you literally walk out the door and the door shuts, and it's like the world goes completely away.
Yeah.
and you're in a completely different feel, and it's just it was the oddest. It was the oddest thing, but it was so cool, and we look forward to giving a couple of our listeners a chance to do that. Coming up right around Halloween, and we'll let you know during the month of October what you need to be listening for and how you can be one of those lucky listeners. Then, of course, you'll be listening to go back down there with your sweetheart and spend an evening down there with your sweetheart and the guys from East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. But we've got a couple more. Audio bits here for you. And we appreciate everybody listening and hanging out with us this morning, because it's so much fun to talk about it, and it's even more fun to experience it. What do we got up next?
What are we going?
Go with the Irene and Nellie. This is when I take Mike and Elsie into the room, into Irene and Nellie's room for the first time, and I introduce them to Irene and Nellie.
Now, Irene and Nellie, there were two. This is down toward the end of the psych.
Yeah,
ward.
this is the psych unit.
And one of the ladies liked men. One of the ladies did not like.
Right, did not like men. Neither one of them liked women at all. So we have my wife Andrea with us, and she stayed out in the hall.
Okay.
And so I'll take them in.
All right, here we go.
This is Irene.
All right.
This over here is Nellie.
Hey, Nellie.
How you doing, ladies?
And she says hi.
Hi, guys.
Holy.
See that little end segment there again. Yeah, right.
Here we go.
Hi, guys. One more time.
Wow. Oh, that creeps me out.
You gotta play it one more time. Let's hear it one more time. This is her saying hi to us. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. And again, you catch these things on, it's not some big special. It's a Sony audio
$50 recorder.
Yeah.
It's a Sony digital audio recorder. We're just picking this stuff up, and most of the stuff we did not hear.
Yeah.
And we're standing there.
Like this scream earlier.
Oh.
If we would have heard that,
Yeah, that
there would have been a new.
Yeah.
There would have been a new door somewhere in that place.
Yes, there would have been a giant mic-sized door. And here's the other thing. Now, there were some things that we didn't capture that just happened to us live. There was one point where the Steves, Elsie, and myself, we all went out and just without lights or anything, we just went on a walk in the dark through the place. Don't know what possessed us. We started to walk out the door to go see something, and then next thing you know, we're walking around out there for close to 25, 30 minutes just walking through the halls of this place. And at one point, and when we got back, we thought, we should have brought a camera or something. But at one point, we were all standing near the nurses' station. And for me, the nurses' station, that seemed to be one of the most busy places all night long. You would stand there, and it felt like there were just hundreds of people running around you all the time. There was just so much activity happening around you. We're standing there, it's pitch black, and suddenly all four of us stop, dead still, and look over, and about 10 feet away from us, looks like to be about a 9 or 10-year-old boy just standing there in the middle of the hall, fully formed.
Wow.
Looked like some sort of a computer animation in a movie, standing there staring at us. Like, what are you guys doing here? And all four of us just stop staring at him. Nobody says anything, and Elsie goes, "You see that?" And I said, yeah. And then all of a sudden we hear Steven up front go, "You guys see that too? Good." We stood here and stared at this kid for probably 30, 40 seconds, and then he just as he's standing there as clear as he was, then suddenly he's just gone. You blink and he's gone.
Man.
There was one point where Steven and I were standing in a door, and we were right across the hallway from our home base. From our safe room, as it were, and by the way, Andrea saying that night that here we were in this quote safe room, but we realized there was nothing safe about it. It was Thank you, thanks. I couldn't sleep all that night. Thanks, Andrea, I appreciate it. We were like right across the hall, and I mean here I am standing next to the veteran paranormal investigator. He's seen everything and anything. He's done this hundreds and thousands of more times than I ever will. He's standing next to me off to my left-hand shoulder. I'm standing there. We're both in this hallway doorway. He turns his head toward me, and screams and jumps away.
I wasn't expecting to see this man standing behind me. Kind of startled me a little bit.
Steve screams and jumps off to the side, and I turn my head to kind of look at what he's looking at. And just as I turn my head out of the corner of my eye, I catch the guy looked like he was maybe 6'3", 6'4".
At least, yeah.
You know, probably in his 40s or 50s.
Wow.
He just kind of turned his face and looked at me, and as he turned, it just kind of disappeared. And the next day, we didn't notice this. The next day, we're walking around, we walked past the same door. Somebody had written on that door in Sharpie, Dr. Jim.
Dr. Jim.
So apparently we saw Dr. Jim that night, and he wasn't expecting to meet any patients that night.
Yeah, well,
So-
yeah.
Especially not me.
Yeah. Not the ones that scream at him and run away.
He thought you were in for tattoo removal.
Oh, so what do we got up next? We've got a couple more here.
All right. Next, let's do the moan at the chalkboard. This is up on the 3rd floor. We were walking around that night, and there's this chalkboard in there that everybody signs. They got like fake operations that they'll just make up and put up there. So we're standing there, we're looking
Now
at
they
that.
actually use that in. Was that the thing that they use in the TV show, right?
Yeah, the Arkham, Gotham. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Electroshock therapy.
Oh, and there's a show paper. Him warning. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
I got it.
Right about there.
Right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
hold on.
oh yeah, she's
Oh, one more time.
Wow.
oh yeah.
And again, all of us are standing there reading this thing, because this is like one of those big ride-on boards, and apparently it has appeared in some promo shots for the TV show Gotham. So we're reading all these things that they've written on there, and we didn't hear that standing there, but suddenly apparently you pick up this person going. So apparently there's zombies there too. We got one more. What's the last one?
The last one is I'm not hiding, or I ain't hiding.
Got it. All right, set it up.
All right. All us guys had went downstairs. My wife and the other female, Kayla, they were up on the 3rd floor or 2nd floor, and we went downstairs, and me, Steve, and Mike are like looking down this hall, and all of a sudden I see something move from right to left at the end of the hall, at the little corridor area, and that's where it just takes us.
Something just crossed. More left to right,
From right to left, something walked down the hall. Dude, look at my arms. Who came back here? Who's hiding? Look at this.
Somebody's here. There we go.
Who came back here?
Look at K2's going nuts.
I'm almost 5. Are you back here hiding?
Show yourself.
That was crazy.
I was up there sitting, talking to it. I don't know why it's a little girl. It's a little girl sitting in that couch. And at one point, it felt like something did this, and my arm just lightly touched my arm.
Wow.
But yeah, it stayed at 3.4, 3.5 the whole time.
So you're 0.5 right now. Look at it.
Did you see it? Rubbed my leg.
You just hit 0.5.
I gotta do that. Here, I gotta play that again. Hold on.
Did you see it? Rubbed my leg.
You just hit point.
Oh, man.
I ain't hiding.
Yep.
Sounds like a kid.
It sounds like it. You just hit 0.5.
It's either a kid or a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it
It's
again.
either a
Right
kid
there.
or a woman.
My leg.
You just hit 0.5.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that was. I remember that part of the night because
Yeah.
we thought we found a little girl on the pew. Then later
Yeah.
on, we had the thing pushing on my chest. Amazing stuff. Amazing
I
stuff.
don't know if I want to go or not then.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to go, then again, keep listening up in October. We're going to give you a chance to come down and join us for an evening at the Old South Pittsburg Hospital. What a wonderful thing. And again, it's one of you pull up and you go, oh, nothing's going to happen. You walk in there and your whole world flips upside down. It's very, very strange. But guys, thanks so much.
Hey,
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. And I look for, and again, this isn't even the tip of the iceberg.
No.
Oh, no.
This is just some of the stuff we found. You found on audio. Now, you said you found even more audio on the video stuff.
On the video stuff, we've got shadows in the video stuff. We have what appears to be a face. We were in one of the operating rooms, or the
Surgical suite, wasn't it?
yeah, one of the surgical suites, and we see a face like duck back behind the doorway.
Wow.
And it's crazy. I mean, more evidence than we've ever caught anywhere.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Before they go, we got to play the scream one more time.
Scream. Oh.
Again, you've got, find them on Facebook, find them online, East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, EastTNGhostSeekers.com. Stephen and Andrea, you guys do amazing work, and thank you for letting me be a part of it. I can't wait to go on another one again. But yeah, coming up in October, we'll give our some of our listeners a chance to come down with us right around Halloween sometime, or right after Halloween, and then again in February. Take your loved one with you.
Nothing says I love you like
Nothing says I love you like.
scared out of it.
You smell that? Go ahead and do
I know
this.
what that is. Oh, you ready?
Do it. Oh, come on.
Man.
Seriously, if we would have heard that live, I wouldn't have been around for any of the rest of these.
I gotta do it one more time.
Are you back here in the paint?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Incredible stuff. Guys, thank you again so much again, and we look forward to talking with you guys back here in October as we get ready to take another trip down there and take some of our lucky listeners with us. And again, you can find them on Facebook. You can find them online, EastTNGhostSeekers.com. The thing I got to ask you before you go, what do you think it is about this place that just makes it so active?
I believe it's everything: the land, the hospital, the deaths attributed to the land.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a combination of all of it.
Sure. It's almost like a perfect storm.
Absolutely.
And then you got the limestone, you got the underground water source, you got everything.
It's feeding it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like I said before, you know, the limestone works like a tape recorder. It's recording all that. So like that scream, you know, that probably happened 200 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, but we're catching it now. We were there right second. You know,
Conditions were correct.
perfect.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So there you go. If you've got something that you want them to, you want to talk to them about possibly investigating, find them on Facebook, message them, or find them on their website, EastTNGhostSeekers.com. Stephen, thank you guys again so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What
Appreciate
an
it.
absolute treat.